Yay! Hello, everybody. Welcome. My journey at all, you know, I love branding so much, probably more than a normal person should. So we're just going to do like 30 more seconds. I'm going to check the audio and then I'll be back. Okay, everybody? Okay, that just gave me a chance to make sure the audio was good. I check on. We are all set. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. I know that business can be challenging and we have to wear so many different hats. And if we can find a way to make some of those hats a little more fun than others, then I don't know, I think the job becomes fun. It becomes a game. It becomes something exciting for us to tackle. And when we have a community to tackle it with as well, that really changes everything. We can bounce ideas off of each other, ask for different ideas, different tweaks, and that we should change and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just glad you guys are here. So I did want to say a few things that you guys are going to learn tonight. These are my 6 top tips for branding. And without our brand, without a powerful and strong brand, we're not going to be able to showcase our unique gifts as photographers. People aren't going to fully understand our experience. They're not going to understand our personality and how much fun they're going to have with us. This is a big aspect of our business. And I'm not going to say that we as photographers neglect it, because I'm not shaming anybody for not working on their brand. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's so important. And I think right now, while maybe some of us have a little bit of downtime, it could be a beautiful thing to be working on. I know for me, I am not going to let anything squash my dream. I'm so passionate about what I do. I believe that boudoir photography can change the world. Now, before you giggle at me, let me dive into that a little bit. I think that we all know that like boudoir photography lets people see themselves in a new light, right? If we're doing it right, it helps them see themselves in a new light. It also helps them come alive. It's also an experience where they can feel like, for the first time in a long time, they're saying, I love myself enough to do something this bold, this daring, this expensive for myself. There is an identity shift in their brain that happens when we do that. Sorry, I'm getting text. I always get distracted by text. There is an identity shift that happens when we do that. And I feel like when somebody comes alive, when somebody sees themselves in a new light, when somebody kind of gets woke a little bit to how vibrant and exciting life is, they feel so good. And when somebody feels so good, and when somebody feels like they love themselves, they have so much more love to give the world. And the only thing that's going to change this world for the better is love. When we're able to give and give to other people. And the only way we can do that is if our cup is full, if we're doing that for ourselves as well. And there aren't a lot of experiences in life where a woman can do that for herself. I mean, let's think, or people in general. I'm not excluding guys. I mean, if you want to start a photography business for guys, that's awesome. Or for all human beings, doesn't matter. My point is, there is rare experiences on earth where you can walk in somewhere, feel amazing, and walk out high on life and high on loving yourself and feeling good in your own skin. There aren't a lot of places there aren't a lot of ways that you can have that experience, right? So when I say boudoir photographers can change the world, I get a lot of eye rolls, but they just don't understand. But I know you're here because you get it. I'm here because I get it. And I want us to be able to showcase our photography in an amazing way. I want every woman to be able to have a boudoir photography experience. That is why I do these trainings, and they're not your typical fluff trainings. I don't want to knock other webinars. That's not what I'm doing at all. But what I'm saying is I really want you to get some value from this, because I want every woman to have a photography experience. I want boudoir photographers out there to be able to showcase their personality, their unique experience, and invite women to come in and have an amazing time with them. I'm going to pause for a second, make sure it's looking good. Okay, we're okay. Cool, guys. All right, so this free training is about branding yourself in a way that invites people into your unique photography experience, which is fun. So I'm going to go over my 6 steps and how to do that. My 6 top steps, because don't get me wrong, I could be here for days if we talked about everything. All right, at the end of this, I'm going to give you a new sneak peek of our brand, because simultaneously I filmed a Marissa's World episode about our new brand revamp for us as the Boudoir Divas. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. We have not launched it yet because we're going to build a whole campaign about it and launch it right. But I'm going to show you like what I've been working on for 6 months. And then at the end, I'm also going to do a giveaway. So you have to stay to the end. The giveaway is going to be a year of Marissa's World episodes. So basically from this month and on of Marissa's World episodes, as well as the last 2 seasons. So it's like a $300 value that you're going to get. And it's a giveaway for 1 person. I should be clear about that. And I'll tell you how to enter. It's really easy to enter it at the end of this. So thanks for hanging out with me for that. And let's get going. All right. Like I said, you're going to be learning the top 6 things to revamp. It doesn't actually matter if you're new to photography and you're just starting, or if you've been in this for 15 years. I think this will be helpful. Like I was saying, I feel like we have created a tribe of women that just love their experience with us. They come back over and over and over again. I'm going to say now about 50% of our clients are return clients. And that is because they just want to experience this again and again, because it really does change their life and makes them feel so much better. And they know when they need that boost that it's time to come back to us. So it's pretty amazing. A little bit of info about me if you guys aren't familiar with the Boudoir Divas or who I am as the owner of the Boudoir Divas and our team and everything. I've been doing this for 15 years. I was so fortunate in the fact that I knew I wanted to be a photographer when I was like 13. Not a boudoir photographer, let's be clear about that. But I was in love with photography. I learned darkroom at age 13 at a summer camp, and from there on out, I knew, I want to be a businesswoman first and a photographer second, an artist second. That's a picture of me at 20 when I was, what whose book that is? Because that book that's a good book. And then one of my many garage studios. We've done everything. And I think what's unique about my perspective is that I have run a garage in the middle of nowhere that was not insulated. That was my parents, and had a successful studio there. I've also had a 6,000 square foot studio in San Diego that people from all over the world flew to. I now have a very small, cute, boho beach kind of boutique studio where we do about 10 shoots a month in San Diego. I live in Nashville. I know, I commute back there. It's crazy, but I love it. And so I think what's unique about my perspective is that what I'm going to teach you applies to no matter what studio, even if you don't have a studio. If you're going out and shooting, I don't know, outside or whatnot, it doesn't really matter. All this stuff still works, okay? So when we think about our brand, I think your brand is one of your greatest assets as a business. It's not just your logo, your slogan, your design scheme, your customer's total experience. It's actually a non-tangible package of what they feel when they think of your business. A bundled up blur of vibes, colors, emotions, visuals, even smells that they associate to you and your business. It's what makes you truly memorable and recognizable. And I think one of the things that Seth Godin said that really added to this for me is it's the trust. Your brand is, do they trust you? And that's when they think of your brand, either you trust that brand or you don't. Think of a car brand. Do you have a car brand you loathe? Do you have a car brand you trust? Was it their marketing? Was it an experience you had with them? Was it mingled with both? Or was it something you heard somebody else talk about when it comes to them? Was it their attitude? Was it that when you see their brand and you see the commercials or you see whatever, you feel a certain way? Maybe you feel cooler and stronger or whatever. Like they are moving you into feelings and emotions and smells and colors all bundled into one that hopefully make you trust them, make you feel better, and make you trust them. I love that about us because, like I said, our experience, I believe, is a powerful one. So I want to use every tool I have in my tool belt to make sure that I gain their trust and invite them into an experience with us. Again, it's a vibe. It's just a vibe. You can't really articulate it. It's just how it makes you feel. Clearly, Beyonce is doing it right. Now, our goal here is to all be as cool as Beyonce. No problem. You basically will be by the end of this free training. Here's just a tiny little thing here. This is our brand board. Sometimes people think that your brand is like your brand board, and the truth is it is so much more than that. It's the words you use. It's the copywriting you use. So often people hire a graphic designer and they really don't understand the whole package of like hook, story, offer, and really using words to reel people in appropriately and in the way that you want them to. All right, so we're gonna kick off. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting this one because sometimes I start to just go. I told you about the giveaway. That's at the end. You have to stick around to the end. It's like over 250. Should have added it up. It's somewhere around $300, over 250. I know that for sure. And then you'll get that giveaway. And then what else? Oh yeah, I'm going to show you our new brand that we've been working on for a while. All right. So the number one, this is actually number one, key things, this is actually things, the key things to focus on when branding is, I think more than anything, it's your purpose. It's your mission. It's your invitation to them. Your purpose, like when you say mission statement, it sounds very corporate. I'm not talking about that kind of mission statement. I'm talking about your personal purpose, your drive, your mission. What makes you get out of bed every morning to go to work? What makes you, being a photographer is not easy. It is hard physical labor sometimes. So what compels you to go for it? What compels you to do a shoot when you're not feeling well? And it's got to be something good. And sometimes you have to really dig deep to figure out what that is. And also sometimes you lose it. Like I know for me, when we were closing down our 6,000 square foot studio because of a bad lease agreement I made when I was 25 years old, and man, if you've heard that story, it's a gnarly one. I basically had to shoot every gift card we'd sold in the last 10 years in 2 months. And it was brutal. Point being, I lost my gusto. I lost my vision. I kind of thought, you know what, I'll try something different. And I tried doing some music videos. That was fun. One got on like Rolling Stone's website. That was great. All of it was good. But once I settled down and really started to dig deep, I was pulled back to boudoir. Why? Because my personal mission is to see the light in other people and to help them see the light in themselves. Like that means the world to me. My hope is that I can lift somebody up that's maybe having a rough season of life, because I've been there, and spend a day with them taking their photos, and it can be one of the best days they've had. So good that they walk away feeling alive and different. And I hear this, and it's not every client, this doesn't happen with every client, but when it happens, and it happens often, I'm in line with my purpose, right? And when I can take my purpose and turn it into my message and my story for them and invite them into that, that's where things shift. That is the big, beautiful shift that happens where you start to see a lot of momentum, a lot of things happening. Again, this is not going to be a sales presentation, but I put so much work in this bad boy. I just have to say, if you are wanting to be a boudoir photographer, you have to consider the interactive workbook. This is called the Catapult Strategy. It is beautimous. It's a workbook. It's got corresponding videos for every page. It is, I can't open a page to show you. Okay, I better hurry or it's going to become a sales presentation. Okay, anyways, you get it. This, I make you dig deep about your purpose so that when the house shakes, maybe the house almost falls, but it doesn't because your foundation is so strong. I mean, as business owners, shit happens, and you have to have a reason to get up again and fight again. And when you have that reason, it's not so hard, it's not so difficult. So, why am I talking about this? Because it's COVID right now, right? So it's pretty applicable. Also because as a business owner, there's no way that you won't maybe face some of those difficulties. And I think I just want to encourage you that if you are in that place right now, take some time, get quiet with yourself, meditate, pray, talk to your inner guide, whatever calls to you, and realign yourself with that love and that purpose, because I promise you, you'll know when you find it, and it will help guide you in the difficult path when it comes to business, like this is tough. All right, if I want this to be 30 minutes, I certainly have to go. Oh God, it's already 7:20. Jeez Louise, Marissa, I can talk, can I? Whew. All right, so I'm going to try to do this from here on out. That's enough of my rambling. From here on out, I'm going to be clear, but with your message, you have to be clear. Is it relevant? Is it repeatable? Does your team know it? Did I say, is it memorable? I think I did. But you want it to be concise. And I don't want to call it a slogan because that sounds awful, but I do want it to be memorable. And let me give you a quick example of this. And this is a really out there example. But I come across this a lot as a photography coach. And it is that sometimes people want to be a little bit artsy. I love artsy. Artsy is my thing. But sometimes they'll name their brand something, or sometimes their slogan's a little too woo, and there's a little bit too much need for interpretation rather than just being succinct and clear. And a fun example of that is like when I started a boudoir business back in like 2003, I wanted to be artsy. What did I name my boudoir business? I named it Woman Captured. I still like I can't believe I did that. Because I was thinking like, I want to capture, and I think the slogan was like, capturing your true essence or something like that. But come on, Marissa, like that was just, there was like, what? It's just confusing, right? So if anything is confusing, if anybody gets confused about your slogan, I hate using that word, your mission and your invitation and your business name, you've got to change it to just be super clear. I know there's one thing. Maybe we'll get to it. There it is. Let's start with this one. All right. One thing to ask yourself when you're trying to figure this out is so you have your purpose, your mission. We've got that. This is different. Now you kind of want to marry the two. The next thing to consider is, what does your client want? Why do they want it? An example of that is, does your client want to feel beautiful? So every woman should feel beautiful, right? Maybe that's your slogan. Why do they want to feel beautiful? And you have to know that and understand that. And that's maybe something different for different people. What will life look like after they engage in your experience? So when they walk away from your studio, when they receive their pictures or after their photo shoot, what is their life going to look like? And are we going to 1000% change a person? No. But we are going to give them that boost. We're going to give them a jolt. I like to say we're going to make them feel alive. That's how I felt after I had a boudoir shoot. I felt like, wow, I did something so risky, something I never thought I would do. I just feel alive and recharged right now, right? So you really want to think about that and write down all different answers. Just basically sit down with a journal and just go crazy. And then from there, like I said, this is the foundation from your mission to why you want people to come in. Now, this is also kind of, in a way, killing two birds with one stone. You're also going to be attracting your ideal client with whatever your mission is and with in whatever way you answer these questions. So like, obviously many clients could want different things. They have different wants. One could want to give pictures to her husband. One could want to just do something for herself because she needs it, because she's in that place where she needs to do something for herself. So answer the question with what most speaks to your heart and is in line with your mission. So answer these client questions in the way that speaks to your mission and helps you define your message and your branding, which will then, your vibe, attract your tribe, will start attracting your ideal clients to you. And then you're going to start using these questions and these things, kind of like this grouping of mission and client wants. You're going to use that in all of your branding, right? Whether it's your brochures, your website, your social media, you're going to start to think about those things as you start to engage your audience in all those different paths. So when we talk about being clear, this is one of my favorites, Gabby Bernstein. She is basically like a little bit like a spiritual. When I met her, she was a little too spiritual for me. She was a little too out there, hippie-ish for me. Now I kind of just like follow everything she says because I think she's brilliant. My point is, this is her website homepage. Become the happiest person you know. Like, that is a really clear and concise way to say what she does for people. And there she is with a mic, and she's clearly on stage. So you get a good idea of what's happening. I'm just making sure this is still working, guys. Sorry. I always gotta check because sometimes it goes out. And we're gonna move on to the next thing in a second. All right, we're good. Okay, so let's move on to number 2, unlock your creative potential and showcase your talents. All right, so here's what I'm gonna ask you to, like, this isn't Hollywood. You're not gonna go to like one audition and somebody's gonna realize what an amazing photographer you are, and then you shoot to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. You are your own agent. You are your own marketer, your own brander, your own publicist, typically, unless you're able to hire all those things, which is awesome. Go for it. Do it if you can. But my point is that you have to tout your skills. You have to be your own rock star. You have to be the attractive character. You have to be the host of your own show. Like how Ellen is the Ellen of her talk show, and Oprah is like the head of OWN, like she owns her own network. See what I did there? You have to really put, like, Oprah puts herself on her own magazine every month. I doubt, like that's bold. That's bold. And it's working so well, obviously. Why? You see her face over and over and over again. The more you see her face, the more you think that she's special and amazing, which she is. But this is what I'm saying. Another example, like Kim Kardashian. You see her face over and over and over and over again. Maybe you think she's super special and amazing. I'm not knocking Kim Kardashian. My point is that when you put yourself out there a lot, people feel like they get an idea of who you are. So it is your job to put yourself all over your website, put your story all over your website, put yourself on social media. I'm not great at that either, guys. I'm working on it. Just make sure when somebody especially visits your website, they get a clear understanding of who you are. I almost want you, and if you have a team, maybe some pictures of your team too, basically almost on every page of your website through the entire experience, because this is about an energy exchange with you during the photo shoot. And so they need to feel this more than any other type of photography. I think they're going to be taking off their clothes in front of you, maybe, whatever. Maybe you don't do that sexy of photos. That's fine. But my point is, it's intimate, and they need to feel totally comfortable with you. I think one way that they'll feel even more comfortable with you is if you are real. So everybody always says, like, be yourself, be yourself. I get that, but you almost want to be yourself, like, times 10, right? Meaning, like, if you like something, share that you like it. Like, really get out there and put it out there. I love what Jenna Kutcher said. She's basically all over the place now. She was a photographer. I think I'm not sure if she still is. Now she's like a marketing coach. Anyway, she's awesome. She knows what she's doing. I love this. She said, if a Midwest girl can build a brand centered on the fact that she likes yoga pants, dogs, mac and cheese, then you can too. The things that I thought made me boring actually made me entirely relatable. They made me feel like a trusted friend, and that is how my brand started to grow, because my life looks like yours. So things that you think might be mundane or boring, people want to see that stuff, and they want to see it on your website too, where they're really getting to know you and trust you. Okay, so we're talking about experiences. Actually, I'm going to go back here because I'll just go on a Disney tangent too soon. I always have to go on a Disney tangent when it comes to stuff. We want it to feel like it's your world and you're inviting them in. And then once they are in, you are so excited they're there. You're so welcome there, but they also immediately understand your mission and all of it. And your mission, let me be clear, guys. Well, I am all about empowering women. And I'm not saying I'm not about empowering women, but I'm just saying if your heart isn't if you're like, I love taking sexy photos. It's fun. Like, it's super fun to take hot photos and make people feel hot. That's still a mission, okay? I know that I talk to a photographer one time, and she blew my mind in a sense when we were talking about our mission and our purpose, and she was like, you know what? I am actually in real life a very shy and introverted person. So I actually think my mission is helping other people that are shy and introverted experience some sexiness when they don't really have any desire to experience sexiness in real life. Like, that's just actually not something I want to do in real life. I just kind of like the fantasy of it, and that's my mission. So I just want to put that out there, that my mission doesn't have to be your mission, and that's what's important about digging deep. Because if you're, I don't want to say being fake, because that's not what I mean at all, but if you are putting something out there that doesn't totally go in line with what actually what got you into boudoir in the beginning, then people are going to see through that. It's going to feel inauthentic, and it's not going to work, right? So that's where the digging deep stuff really matters. Okay, so I'm going to move on to, because I cannot do a branding presentation without mentioning Walt Disney. You are like the Walt Disney of Disneyland. This is your world. You're inviting them in. Let me share with you what I mean. This plaque is when you go into Disneyland, and also when you watch any fireworks show there, it ends with this. Let's see if I can get through it without crying. I'm sorry, I know. All right, so it's Walt's voice at the end of the fireworks show since I was a kid, and it says, "To all that come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world." He wrote that like 70 years ago, and I'm sorry, is Disney not an inspiration and joy to the whole world? I think it is. So I just, that means so much to me, that like his vision came true because he was so clear with his messaging. There was an invitation there, and he stuck to it. Like it kind of stayed the message throughout the entire brand as it moved on. All right, I'm moving real slow. Okay, so next part of 2, I gotta go faster, is an invitation for you to dare to dream. So first we're talking about the attractive character and putting yourself out there, which I know feels a little bit scary. The next thing I want to invite you to do is to kind of let go of your fear, to freaking let go of your fear. And doing that is easier said than done. I think that for me, I've done a lot of big things in my life that kind of scared the shit out of me, if I'm honest. I've led 16 women through Mexico. That's scary. But I was excited and I wanted to do it. I think that the way that I manage this, the way that I dare to dream and dream big, is to find time for myself. I know it's not always the easiest thing to do. I don't have kids, so I never want to shame anybody for not having enough time to do some of these things. So please don't think that's what I'm saying. But if you can find some time to maybe get up earlier and have some quiet time, to close your eyes, to still your mind, to take big breaths, and to just think about the possibilities. Don't be scared to dream big. Don't be scared of the visions of beauty in your head that you would love to execute. Just be bold and let your mind wander and kind of meander through and be imaginative and come across these pockets in your brain that are beautiful, and then journal them out. Get a notebook, have markers, write things out, whether it's how you want your clients to feel, whether it's what you want your experience to be like, whether it's what you want your brand to be like, whether it's some things you want to do in the future. And dare to dream means something different for everybody. For me, it might mean hosting a group of 20 girls in a flat in Paris for a week. For you, it might mean you just want to do a hotel marathon and do it once every other month and have a compartmentalized shooting schedule and then be free the rest of your life, the rest, like 2 months after that, and just have a cycle of that, right? So it looks different for everybody. But I think it's really, really important that we give our brain, and especially our imagination, space to run and space to run wild. And it's in those moments when you really start to shape your brand and your invitation to people, and just this beautiful blur of words, pictures, invitations, sights, sounds, smells that come together that people start to trust. You are a photographer, you're expected to be a bit of a visionary, and if you don't give your heart and mind space to be that, it just feels overwhelming, I think, and it just feels a little bit too hard, and you don't get to kind of bask in the joy of being an artist. Here's my vision board. Again, this is when I allowed myself to get quiet and really imagine, and it's incredible what came to be for my brand through that, and also so many things on this vision board that came to fruition. It's kind of bananas. All right, turn your brand into, and these few will just, I'll be done soon. These are kind of easy. Turn your brand into actual bookings. So you want to have your invitation. So you have to think of it this way, you guys. Somebody on your website, a boudoir shoot is just an inkling little thought on their brain. So often we look at our boudoir shoot thinking that people understand what a boudoir shoot is, what it entails, what it's going to be like, who the photographer is going to be, like, are they going to be respectful? How much is it going to cost? What about the outfits? Does it have to be lingerie? You know, like, they have so many questions. So your invitation has to be very articulate throughout the whole thing. A boudoir, so often, like, I coach clients and coach photographers, and they're like, I just don't know why I'm not getting any bookings. And their webpage is like, their website's like 3 pages, 4 pages. It's got the basics. You really can't invest any time and dive deep. So you have to have your invitation loud and clear, which I think is a little, for me, my definition of an offer is I like for my photo shoot pricing to be on my website. I totally understand why that doesn't work for everybody. So if you can book consultations and you get on the phone and you get them to that bigger package and you're great about landing sales, and I'm not saying everybody on the phone because that's just not realistic, but if you think that you charm the pants out of people, or you connect with people, that's what I mean, not charm the pants, connect with people enough to get them to give their credit card over the phone, then fine, keep everywhere. So your offer everywhere on your website, I mean on every single page of your website, is either a contact form or a button to your contact form to get in touch with you to schedule a phone consultation, or a Calendly thing right there, and they can schedule a phone consultation, or they can call you, whatever you wish. But that offer for them to call you, to get in touch with you, to connect with you, should be everywhere. If you just have a contact form and it's just like you email them back, you've got bigger issues than branding. You need to be doing way more than just a little email back. Okay, next. Sorry to be so hard on me. Next, I, for one, put my offers, my different packages on my website, and then my hope is to upsell them later through right away. So let's say they put in their credit card information. I'm getting the base package for $700. Right away, it's like, hey, do you want to add a look? It's this amount of dollars. Then after that, hey, do you want to add a book? It's this amount of dollars. And then next thing you know, it's all paid off and they come to the shoot, and then we are doing sales, in-person sales, and we are hopefully upselling them from that point. Point being, my offer is very clear on my website. It's book a shoot. So often you go on somebody's website and it's like, this is nice, but what do I do next? Your invitation or your offer or whatever it is for them to make that next step to basically put the shoot on the calendar should be all over your website. Is that branding? No. But I have to put it in there because when I see people create this entirely beautiful brand, and I almost think this is more important than an amazingly beautiful brand. I think this shoots before, like on your website right now, if you're going to get off this training and you want to work on something, go put calls to action everywhere on your website. I had something to say about this, but we're running out of time, and maybe I don't remember what it is. I might have just put that in there so you could see one of my favorite photos that I've taken. All right, just a reminder, you guys, if you have to head out, I'm sorry, this is my fault, I ran late. You can grab my full tutorial on creating and revamping your brand for $9. That's crazy. Plus my sales page framework, which I was kind of just talking about, plus my quick guide PDF, which I just talked about, plus my brand board template. All this is huge, you guys, $9. If you can't stay here, I truly recommend you grabbing it, but we'll keep going. All right, intermingle the experience everywhere. I'm going to show you when I give you a sneak peek of my current brand that I've worked on that I haven't launched, what I mean about that. And the experience everywhere can be something as simple as little pictures. These are all phone pictures of my new, tiny, cute, adorable little studio. People just want to be able to picture themselves where this experience is happening. So whether it's somebody opening their book and they're in the viewing area where they see their pictures, or it's the hair and makeup area, or it's the bathroom. When we worked in our garage, even though it was a garage, I put pictures of stuff everywhere. I wanted them to just understand what the experience was going to be like so they didn't feel nervous or scared. Make a powerful promo video, again, about the experience, almost walking somebody through every single piece of your experience. And I don't care if you don't have a studio. If you're meeting them in a parking lot and then you guys walk together to the nearest mural to take pictures, that should be in your promo video. It'd even be cute if you were like at your house and you're loading up your photography gear and maybe you tripped and fell. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you more human, more relatable, that kind of a thing. I think maybe you had to walk your dog before you left because they had to pee, and then you get in your car and you go to the shoot downtown, whatever. They just want to see you and get an idea of who you are to feel more comfortable. Sorry, my hands are so up here. I'm just trying really hard not to touch the desk so it doesn't shake. So if you're wondering why I'm like this the whole time, that's kind of why. All right, 5. After the brand is created, you want to make sure you create a campaign. You cannot do all this work to make your brand this beautiful invitation, like we talked about, all the things that I discussed, and then put a post on social media, send out one email, maybe boost a post and be like, I launched a new brand. Crickets after that. I mean, I have a lot of people that are engaged with our business and there would be crickets after that if I launched a brand that I'm working on in that kind of blasé manner. I'm going to make a campaign about it. I'm going to make a video about it. I'm going to put as much effort into the launch of our new brand as I did into the brand itself. Of course, I'm going to have a promo along with it. Like, there's so many different things that I'm going to do to make sure that I didn't spend a lot making this new brand, but I certainly invested thousands of hours. I'm going to make sure that all that hard work was worth it. And that's with everything we do, not just a brand. When we launch anything, whether it's a promotion, and if you watch the Black Friday or running a sale episode in our Marissa's world, you know, I heard people that did a big goal for that. They watched the episode and they made 4 times more than they ever had running the same promotion they ran last year. This format works. It's a launch sequence. Ready? Here's kind of the format in small detail, or small, what am I trying to say? An overview of it. Sorry, we're talking a lot. It is a countdown sequence. About a week before we say, here's what we're doing. And then we start a countdown, whether it's social media boosted posts and also emails going out basically every day, counting down to the day of the big launch. The day of the big launch, we have a live. And we also give away a bunch of stuff that doesn't necessarily cost money. Sorry, sorry, I got a weird text. Maybe, what was he saying? That there was going to be I know. Giveaways. So giveaways that don't necessarily cost you a lot of money, but are time, like we'll give away, if you book a shoot, we'll give you an extra set. Or if you book a shoot, we'll give you 5 extra digital images, which is a huge value, that kind of a thing. So you want to blow the thing up as big as possible. And then after the live, we're going to boost the live. We're going to put it everywhere we can. It's going to be a real concentrated effort to make sure that they get excited about it along with us. And this kind of a thing actually works really well for us, you guys. Okay, 6, the hard truth. This is tough. The hard truth is that not everyone is cut out to design and be like the brand guru of their own brand. We do so much as photographers, you guys. This is one of the areas where it is okay to get help. I don't encourage people to spend a lot of money. I encourage them to spend it on education, not on equipment, not on sets, not on advertising, but their brand. And being a good graphic designer is one thing, which a lot of people think they are and they aren't, myself included. But understanding copy and how to use words and how to reel people in through your sales funnel and how to drop offers, things like that. I think that it's really important that if this feels overwhelming for you, it is okay to save up and work with somebody, but be very careful who you hire. Make sure that they have referrals with plenty of success stories. Make sure you see all the work that they've done in the past and that it came in to completion. And I'm not talking just your website. I'm talking all these digital assets that you can then use for everything later on. And the words, the copy, the text is so crucial. So the hard truth is that if this is an area that, of course, try. And if you feel excited about it, go for it. And if you're like me and you're like, I have to do everything myself, then you're going to do it yourself, and that's okay. And it's worked well for us. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, definitely download the full episode below. It's $9. I walk you through an entire, and I mean step by step, an entire brand revamp. This is just one area where it's okay to invest. You're a real business, or you're gonna be a real business if you're just starting out, that's okay. But it might be one of those places where you should get some help. Plain and simple, there's no other way to say it. I don't need to elaborate anymore. You get what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys our website we've been working on, which I'm so proud of. This is just the website, and I'm really gonna just use, and after this I'll do the giveaway for you guys. I'm really just gonna use I started with the website because basically I made all these digital assets. I came up with all this copy, and I made the entire homepage, a few other pages that I'll show you, and I wanted to use all this stuff then later for our brochures and our packaging and our welcome guides and all the other stuff, our menus, social media, anything that we do, advertisements, all pulled from the look and feel of all the digital assets I made of here, okay? So here is our new homepage. So girl, you are magic. Let's make your heart sing. Again, this speaks to my personal brand and what we're doing. When was the last time you did something soul stirring for yourself? I'm gonna go through this kind of quickly, you guys. Just want you to make basically the overall vibe of it. We've got like one client here, this beautiful collage, and then her testimonial underneath it. I love this here. It's like more like social proof rather than just a quote. We got a video here. Again, you're getting the vibe of we are by the beach. So like, how gorgeous is that photo? Packages and pricing everywhere. So there's our offer. We want them to book online, so we want to get them to the packages and pricing page. Remember when I said put the experience everywhere? What I mean by that is we want, like, look at, these are all just GIFs I made. So basically you can make a video, pull it into Photoshop, and make a GIF out of it. I'm sure there's other ways to do it too. And then I just have all these GIFs here. So instead of them having to like press play on a video, they're just getting little snippets of stuff. We have packages and pricing again, a note from me, kind of my story, more social proof. We've got identity shifts, things like that. I talk about this a lot more in the full tutorial that's down below. You can put your credit card in and get it right away. Where we've been featured, our team is so important. These girls have been with me for over 7 years. Couldn't do it without them. So they're crucial on the site because they're going to be having interactions with them, more photos of our amazing clients. You get the idea. It keeps going and going. FAQs, testimonials, different options, doesn't have to be lingerie. It keeps going. And then, so let's say they click here, packages and pricing. So we want them to be able, and I'm not going to show you guys this stuff because this is reserved for the full tutorial, but all of our packages and pricing are right there, and they can book now if they want to. And then it just basically triggers a payment plan for them. It's very exciting. Okay, so that's kind of the sneak peek about everything going on with us. Next up, what I want to do is, real quick, again, this is what you guys can get. You get the entire full brand episode. It's quirky, it's fun, and I walk you through an entire revamp on your own so you don't feel overwhelmed if you want to tackle it yourself, which I have a feeling most of you will, because photographers are the most DIY people I've ever met, and I love that about them. That's why they're so great. You get the framework. So basically, if you're making your site, it tells you what to put where and what's worked for us for 15 years, guys. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've definitely figured out what works on our website. You get the guide that you can download, so you don't, if you watch the video and then you just want the guide, it's there. Plus, you get the brand board template, so to help you narrow down stuff. The brand board template just goes along with the episode, and I tell you how to use it. All that's just $9.99. Oops. And then, okay, so now we're going to do the giveaway, right? So here's Marissa's World. I'd love for you to join Marissa's World. If you get the episode below, you'll get a link after that to join if you want. There's so many episodes on there. Okay, so now you guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because we're going to do the giveaway. And I'm getting some texts that say that the button, there should be an order form right there if you want the $9.99. If for some reason there isn't, just email me at info@theboudoirdivas.com, info@theboudoirdivas.com, and I'll shoot you over the link to pay for it. Some people are saying it's working fine, and then I had someone say that the credit card, where to put your payment info isn't there if you want it. But either way, we'll get it figured out later. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen share now. And, okay, we're going to do the giveaway. So the giveaway is for that Marissa's World 1 year of it, which is just $16 a month, and you get an amazing tutorial. And I have had so many testimonials of people saying, like, this is bananas that you're giving us all this info for $16 a month, which I agree. I'm not going to lie. And then you get season 1 and season 2. So you're going to get 20 episodes of Marissa's World. A year from here, which we film the episode the month of, and it releases the next month. So it's pretty cool. So we're working on like episodes right now. All right. So here's how you enter the giveaway. You either screenshot this right here. You screenshot this, or you take a picture of it, and then you post it to your story and you tag @theboudoirdivas. That's all you have to do. So I'll smile. So you screenshot it or take a picture and post it somewhere. I don't really care where. I'm going to look everywhere, on Facebook and on Instagram @theboudoirdivas. And I will see it. And then at random, I'm going to have my assistant go through. I'm going to list them all, and at random, she'll pull somebody. So, yeah, I'm excited to give somebody that gift. That's pretty cool. It's a good one. Anyway, I thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me. I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate it. I went way over, which is typical of me. So, sorry. But please let me know if you have any questions or anything. You can find me on Instagram, or emails info@theboudoirdivas. Whatever you guys need, I'm here for you. I think one of my greatest joys, again, is helping other boudoir photographers. I can't believe how wildly amazing boudoir has been to me and to us and our team and to our clients as well. And my hope and joy in life is that I help more boudoir photographers do more boudoir photo shoots. There's plenty of business to go around. There's like 300 million women in the United States. I don't know, I just made that number up, but probably close. And I think every single one of them should have a boudoir shoot. So we are not each other's competition, you guys, because I swear if they come and have a fun photo shoot with me, they're going to start looking around and going to other people too. We have the good boudoir kids. They are addicts for life. And so there's plenty of business to go around. And it's my joy to chat with you about what has worked for our business. And I hope you got something out of this. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.